Hello there, and welcome to a brand new tournament in the Amateur Marble Association's fixture. This is the Duel, a tournament in which 4 teams comprised of 2 marbles each will be competing in a series of team-based events to see who comes out on top. These teams are Milky Way and Whiteout forming Milky White, Mallard and Paladin forming Maladin, Splatter and Typhoon forming Splatoon, and Macaw and Martian forming Caution. Those are our 4 pairs. Now we'll get into the first event, the Funnel Frenzy. Returning from the last tournament, this is an endurance test that sees marbles making their way to the bottom of a series of funnels, attempting to take as long as they can. In our very first matchup, we have Typhoon, Whiteout, Splatter, and Milky Way attempting to see who can do the best, and their fans are very excited and waiting to see what they can do here. And they're off. It's going to be a big collision there from everyone, and that sends Splatter and Typhoon both down early, so a very quick and commanding lead there for the Milky White team. Can they continue this? Milky Way going to drop through, so Typhoon takes back a place, Whiteout hanging in the top for a long time. We're going to need to see Typhoon take back one more place if they want a fighting chance. It's looking okay as Typhoon makes up a bit of ground there, but Whiteout gonna drop through. Oh, and a big bump there from Milky Way sends Typhoon through. So there will be no question there. Milky Way and Whiteout placing first and second will absolutely move on. And we're seeing here in the replay just how heavy of a collision that was, completely disrupting every single marble. And while Typhoon does well to gain some ground back, it's ultimately not enough as both members of Milky White hang on to score. That has got to be a good feeling from their fans watching on. Moving now into our next heat, we have Macaw and Martian taking on Mallard and Paladin. Which teams will come out on top? As their fans sitting very close to each other, sure to be some back and forth banter there, and they're off. It's gonna be another collision right out of the gate, that top funnel proving to be contentious, and it will be Paladin holding on the longest as Mallard dropping through, so it is gonna be a very even fight here. Macaw hanging on for a nice amount of time there, enough to put some pressure there on Paladin, but Paladin will still hang in there. And at the moment, Paladin's strong effort is being completely contrasted by Mallard, who is struggling down at the bottom. Even though it looks like Paladin will come through in first, Mallard coming through in 4th place means this is going to be a very tight finish, and it will come down to which marbles had the better combined time. I'm not entirely sure who that's going to be. The fans are all looking on with anticipation as nobody is quite sure yet who came out on top. And looking at the replay, you can see just how close that was. All of the marbles coming very close to dropping through, and while Paladin hangs on, it could maybe not be enough as Mallard is gonna let Paladin down a bit there. We're awaiting the scores now. Who is it going to be? And it's going to be Maladin. Mallard and Paladin together will be moving on to face off against Milky White in the final. What a close finish there. Only a second separating them. And that's got to feel bad for Caution and Splatoon not making the finals. Here they are, the final competitors. Milky Way and Whiteout taking on Mallard and Paladin. Who will come out on top? To the sound of the crowd cheering, they're off now. And it's going to be a big collision out of the gate. And both members of Milky White drop through, giving Paladin and Mallard the lead. And Whiteout already drops through the red funnel, so the 2 marbles that were coming in here as the favourites are looking in dire straits right now as Whiteout does make up some ground. Milky Way unable to though, already dropping through, and it will be Mallard who is going to hang on at the top there. Mallard finishing 4th in the last race, only brought through by Typhoon's performance, but is going to pick up a win here alongside Paladin's 2nd place, which means they will definitely be coming out as the champions of this first event, and that has got to feel good from 2 teams that, while they were strong in certain events in the last tournament, they were not quite on the level of Whiteout and Milky Way. So to topple them here must feel good, and that's definitely a great start to this tournament. What a run there from the two of them, completely staying out of each other's way, not colliding and allowing them to stick it out, taking away first place, while Milky White takes second, and we will need to see based on time who will take third between the other two teams. Here comes the scoreboard, and it's going to be McCaw and Martian, 73 seconds to 66 from Splatter and Typhoon, meaning they will take away second place points. And although Milky White did have a very strong showing in the first race, only 66 seconds in that final means that they will take second, while Maladin takes first, claiming 5 points for the leaderboard, Milky White 3, Caution 2 and Splatoon still yet to score on 0 points. So that's going to do it for this first event in this tournament. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you stay tuned for the next events to come. There are just 4 events in this tournament, but it's still going to shape up to be an exciting tournament nevertheless. I hope you guys have enjoyed once again. Good night.